Well, let's move on to the story out of Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis is in the news again. He's continuing to take on a so-called woke education, this time overhauling the Board of Trustees at a progressive college in the Sunshine State. The governor's office accusing New College of Florida of having, quote, skewed focus and impractical course offerings. DeSantis appointing 6 conservative members to the school's Board of Trustees this month and has faced backlash for targeting the campus. The move comes during a larger effort from this governor to crack down on liberal bias in higher education, specifically critical race theory, gender identity education. And he's really trying to change education from kindergarten to college. Joining us now to discuss the backlash DeSantis is facing is higher education and nonprofits reporter from the Tampa Bay Times, Divya Kumar. Thank you for being with us once again. So let's talk a little bit about what Governor DeSantis is trying to achieve here. This is one of his campaign promises from when he was running for a second term, correct?
Right. I think in his speech starting his second term, I think he did kind of talk about how he wants to get rid of trendy ideology from higher education institutions. And I think his first term, there was a lot of focus on K-12. And I think so far it's looked like this year there's a lot of focus on higher ed.
And is he trying to balance the scales of curriculum in education? I mean, this is a liberal arts college. Obviously, you would want education to be free from bias. You'd want your child to learn the full scope of what they need to in order to graduate and be ready for the workforce. So does he see this as turning a tide or balancing the scales?
You know, I'm not sure. I think the reaction to it has been very mixed. I think from students and faculty, there's kind of been a lot of pushback, and there's kind of this feeling that this isn't going to allow them to pursue the sort of academic questions that they want to, or this is going to kind of chill their sort of ability to talk about things that might seem controversial. But to a lot of his supporters, I think they're seeing this as kind of a way to reform the college and kind of move away from what they felt is a shift toward kind of liberal ideology.
Yeah, and you use the term trendy ideology, which is kind of a synonym to the woke ideology that we've been hearing about over a number of years. Some people are calling it a woke war in Florida, but people can choose where they send their kids to school or where they go to college. Maybe they need to go somewhere else. I would think that was the determination by DeSantis and his supporters.
Right. And so New College is like one of 12 public universities here in Florida. And it sort of had this reputation of being kind of a progressive campus environment. But it's also sort of been ranked among the top liberal arts colleges. And I think size-wise, compared to the rest, it's sort of much smaller. I think enrollment has been kind of one thing that has been kind of lower, but it's definitely an option within that system. I think the kind of DeSantis administration and supporters of that have kind of been saying this is an opportunity to cast it as the Hillsdale of the South, which is kind of a shift in how that culture has sort of been.
Thank you very much, Divya, for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.